gentlemen, to the pre-game tip-off show where right now you are taking a live look outside of the Staples Center where the number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves get set to take on Double Pump right here live in LA. Of course, Kate Remy, myself, Eddie Turner to my right, about to give you everything you need to know just before tip-off set at 9:30. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be a fantastic match. As you see the Staples Center sign right here, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait for this game to take off. It's been 3 weeks since we had an AAU game. Remember, this game was supposed to take off Christmas Eve in the year of 2017. But of course, we had the holidays off. We had 3 weeks off in advance. So tonight is the night that these two teams do battle to decide which team is better. For the second game in a row, the Dayton Wolves coming into this game, losing the first game, Eddie, 88-95. Of course, the Dayton Wolves trailed the game throughout the game, 20 or more. But the Dayton Wolves came back fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, but did not have enough time to go ahead and try to take this lead. The Dayton Wolves lost it. But however, the Dayton Wolves got another shot. The Dayton Wolves on the road just before they get set for their 8-game home game streak so far. I mean, we're looking for the Dayton Wolves to go on an 8-game winning streak when their next 8 games are at home. And it's not this week coming up, but it will be in due time. Eddie, I mean, you coming into this game, you got to understand that the Dayton Wolves are on a 2-game losing streak. You know, the Dayton Wolves just lost to this team at home by more than we imagined. It was a bad game, rough game throughout. But of course, the Dayton Wolves facing another obstacle as Chance Miller may stand alone in the top court. Of course, no one other than A.J. Palmer, who has started his first game officially, starts on the side of C. Miller, Dominic Watkins, Dwight Winston, as well as Chris Johnson. He is a starter coming into this game. He has not really had that much playing time so far this season. He's only played a half of the game, which was against the Toronto Terror, the number 1 team live in the AAU World Tour League. They are doing a fantastic job. The Dayton Wolves lost to them the last game they played before the break. So the Dayton Wolves 2-game losing streak. Eddie, I mean, how do you see Chance Miller coming into this game running this floor if he cannot depend on A.J. Palmer?
Well, I'm not going to say that C. Miller cannot depend on A.J. Palmer. I mean, he came into his last game, his first game against Toronto, and bombed a 2-pointer, you know, to put the Dayton Wolves at least a little bit down. However, the Dayton Wolves did not overcome, but A.J. Palmer is a player that Miller is going to have to start trusting. He's going to have to just be his coach, his sideline coach. Now that Manny Riggs is gone with a broken nose, I mean, I think Miller can do it. A.J. Palmer can do it. He has the dedication to do it. However, it will be a long road. You know that A.J. has not played a single game so far except for the Toronto Terror game. That was his first game played. This will be his first game starting at least getting more than 5 minutes or so of play. But Miller's just going to have to come out here and run this floor and play his game like he usually does. I mean, Miller has done it without Manny Reeves plenty of times before. However, Manny Reeves has knocked down those shots that the Dayton Wolves needed in order for the Dayton Wolves to come out on top or take the lead. However, Miller does not have that same backup that he had before. I mean, he has a player that's never played in an AAU War Tour game more than 5 minutes before. I mean, at least 1 minute, because AJ was just a backup. He got in with 30 or less seconds left in the fourth quarter of the play. So it will be fantastic, I think, for an opportunity for AJ to showcase his talent in the game that he is starting. But it's a team that has beaten the Dayton Wolves before, so they absolutely know that they can possibly beat the Dayton Wolves again. I mean, they will put AJ Palmer's skills to the test. They will put Miller's leadership skills to the test in this game. But it will be a fantastic game, in my opinion. But Double Pump will outlast this Dayton Wolves effort. I think just because Keyshawn Paul has a lot of firepower in his corner, Miller is just Miller. Miller came out to plenty of games before and bombed some 3-pointers, but he's playing without a player that in his mind that he thinks he cannot play without, and that's Manny Reeves. So Miller will, I think, have a bad game tonight against Double Pump in Los Angeles, California. I mean, you have big names coming out to see this game, to see Keyshawn Paul do his thing. I mean, it will be a fantastic game, but I really think that Double Pump will overcome. Keyshawn Paul is a leader that Miller needs to start looking for, looking up to. Miller has his skills, but Miller is not a leader that I really want Miller to be. Miller can bomb some 3-pointers, he can step up in a major way, but Miller makes mistakes. Just as we've seen in the Toronto Terror game, Miller makes mistakes, and Miller will make plenty of tonight. The pressure will be on for Miller, as you see. Well, as we can tell, Miller's the only player that Double Pump needs to worry about. You have Chris Johnson coming into this game as well as DW, but they cannot make shots that we normally know that they can make. If Miller does not come out to this game connecting with Chris Johnson or Dwight Winston, you can best believe that Chris Johnson and Dwight Winston will not be in this game, Kate. If Miller doesn't come out passing the ball to Damo's not hitting his 3-pointers or taking it to the rack, if these Dayton Wolves are not converting on their and ones and knocking down their free throws, we will see a tide turner for the Dayton Wolves, and Double Pump will make the Dayton Wolves pay for any mistakes that they ever make tonight. I mean, this is a huge game. That is why it's the game of the month already for January. But this will define the Dayton Wolves, especially C. Miller. If a player ever goes down in the Dayton Wolves roster, on the Dayton Wolves roster, in the AAU War Tour Nationals, because the Dayton Wolves will be in the AAU War Tour Nationals. I mean, you have the All-Star voting polls opening tonight. The AAU All-Star weekend is about to begin. I mean, this will define the Dayton Wolves. Miller's in that All-Star voting poll category. We will get into that later on, but I mean, you got to think about just how much pressure is on the shoulders of C. Miller leading into this game.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at C. Miller's stats in the last meet between these two teams, which took place November 19th, 2017, live in the jungle. The Dayton Wolves lost at 88-95. C. Miller finished that game, ladies and gentlemen, 25 points, 1 rebound, 12 assists, a double-double that we've seen coming. However, when Miller averages more, when Miller averages double-digit assists, you can best believe that Miller comes with turnovers as well as maybe a loss. But however, Miller played a fantastic game this game, but his shooting was off. Miller could not knock down anything from the field, but did fantastic, in my opinion. At the 3-point line, he shot 5 of 14 from beyond. Miller also finished with 2 steals, 5 turnovers. Of course, 12 assists comes with a nice margin of turnovers. Miller finished with 5 turnovers that game, 8 of 25 from the field goals, as well as Miller shooting 5 of 14 from the 3-point line and a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Miller did a fantastic job that game. However, the Dayton Wolves fell 88-95. The Dayton Wolves has another opportunity. Miller coming into this game still leading the AAU War Tour League in points per game, coming out with 24.3, as well as assists per game still up at 9 assists per game. Miller doing a fantastic job for his Dayton Wolves in a bit of a slump, but the Dayton Wolves can come out and win this game and get back into the win column. Therefore, the Dayton Wolves will not indulge the same situation as they faced against PNW when they was down 2 games, and now they're up. Well, now they're not up. They're just 1 game on the board out of 3. So it is a 1-2 as the Dayton Wolves go and face PNW at home their next meet. The PNW Basketball Club goes into the jungle. The Dayton Wolves looking to tie this game up, to tie this series up against PNW, but they have to do it at home as well when they're on their 8-game home game stretch. No one other than Chris Johnson also coming into this game, not coming into this game, but last meet, he finished with 13.7 rebounds, 1 assist, as well as 1 steal, 1 block, 5 of 6 shooting from the field goal. So, of course, C. Miller and Chris Johnson looking to connect tonight. Johnson finished shooting at a 90% from the field goals, a 1 of 1 from the three-point line, a perfect 100% as he bombed it on an assist by C. Miller. I remember that play, matter of fact. 2 of 4 from the free throw line. That is where he struggled throughout the night. However, it didn't really much help him, even if he did a perfect 4 of 4, because the Dayton Wolves would have still lost by 5. Anthony Jamison also rounding off the top 3 for the last meet for the Dayton Wolves. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 5 of 8 shooting from the field goals, as well as a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line. So you can bet that he is trying to get his way and make his way to the free throw line as well tonight, as he did a fantastic job last meet inside the jungle where the Dayton Wolves lost. Of course, as we mentioned before, I mean, you're taking a look at the top 3 coming into this game. Of course, Manny Reeves was not on that list. Of course, you mentioned before that the Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller has done it without Manny Reeves before, Eddie. I mean, coming into this game, you have Chris Johnson down low starting off for the Dayton Wolves. Anthony Jamison not starting off, but you can bet that C. Miller and Anthony Jamison will be in the game together as Manny Reeves sits out. Well, it's supposed to sit out. I mean, he could play. He wants to play with a broken nose, but in your position, if you were the coach of the Dayton Wolves, Coach Tim Burris, like, would you ever think about putting the Manny Reeves into this game if the Dayton Wolves need really an assistant? If Miller needs really an assistant, do you put Manny Reeves into this game, or do you continue sitting him out? As you know that Chris Johnson finished with 13.7 rebounds, Jameson 13 points, 5 rebounds in the last meet. Do you turn to one of these players? Do you put Anthony Jamison and start him off over A.J. Palmer, or do you put Manny Reeves in to see if he can make magic and help Miller prevail from a down position? What would you actually do in this predicament? I mean, this is not the Dayton Wolves team we've seen. I mean, the Dayton Wolves has encountered so many obstacles. Once losing Manny Reeves, I mean, we've seen the Dayton Wolves lose their first game against Double Pump, then lose to Toronto Terror in their second game, as well as lose a star player. How do you prevail from maybe losing Manny Reeves, but you can play him? Do you play him, or do you let one of these other players step up? I mean, we've seen A.J. Palmer do his thing coming into the Toronto Terror game. I mean, but you gotta understand that AJ has not played a single game. Do you start Manny Reeves, or do you continue to put a player who has not started, has not played at all, in the position of a star player?
Okay, I mean, I think the Dayton Wolves does not have a choice. Coach Tim Burris does not have a choice. I would advise Coach Tim Burris to put another player who has playing time in the spot of Manny Reeves instead of a player who only has now at least 5 minutes of playing time in the league. You have other great players on the team, just like Anthony Jamison, who is capable of starting in the shooting guard position, as well as Dominic Watkins. You could even start Mike Wells in the shooting guard position. But to me, starting AJ in the shooting guard position is really a shipwreck for the Dayton Wolves, and they will go down tonight. That is the reason why I think they will go down tonight. But if the Dayton Wolves so happen to get in that situation, I mean, of course, the Dayton Wolves know that they always have Manny Reeves, who is sitting on the bench, who is ready to play at any given time. You want to try and get Manny Reeves to sit on the bench throughout the whole game. But if the Dayton Wolves go down in the first quarter, as we seen November 19th, 2017, then of course Manny Reeves has to step in. But the question is, if the Dayton Wolves coach Tim Burris does not put Manny Reeves in the game, and if Coach Tim Burris does not put Manny Reeves. We know he's not going to start Manny Reeves, but if the Dayton Wolves so happen to go down, do you put Manny Reeves in the game now, or do you put Manny Reeves in the game down the stretch? If he puts Manny Reeves in the game too quick, you never know what will happen. This will be a very physical game, and I'm sure the double pump will be physical down low if Manny Reeves insists on trying to take it down low, especially against C. Miller and everyone else. The double pump basketball program from Los Angeles, California is a team to be forced with, or to be reckoned with. They know what they need to do to come in and take this win at home. They've done it before in the jungle. They would do it again right now at home. But if Manny Reeves comes out on this floor, he has to be super, super, super cautious. Miller has to run this floor and try to keep this game close, because we see the Dayton Wolves go down 20 in the first quarter. So in my opinion, I believe that Manny Reeves will be sitting on the bench throughout the entire game. He needs to be sitting on the bench the entire game. However, if the Dayton Wolves go down by 20 or by 10, at least 10, no greater than 10, then Manny Reeves needs to step in the game just to give the Dayton Wolves, C. Miller, a little bit of confidence back in his shot and where he can pass the ball around. However, I think starting AJ in this game in the number 2 spot is a big mistake. I'd rather him start Mike Wells, because Mike Wells know what it takes to get down, to get it done and knock down shots. We haven't seen Mike Wells do his justice and bring his talent to the Dayton Wolves so far this season. However, tonight is the night Mike Wells needs to step up, or Jamison needs to step up, or somebody needs to step up. We even may see AJ step up for the Dayton Wolves. However, I just think that it's a big mistake that you're going to put a player who has never played before into the game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us right now. We're going to take a short break, but of course you can enjoy the playlist, the pregame playlist presented by no one other than Radio Heaven's Underground Music. And we return, we go down courtside where some kids are performing live in the Staples Center just before tip-off. Remember, later on we have the Star Spangled Banner being performed, which you guys will see right here live on this live stream right here. But of course, the game will be featured only on Next Gen Network as well as AAU War Tour Radio. So you can just stay with us right here on this live cast, or you can just continue following along on AAU War Tour Radio. So it will be a fantastic night, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere when we return. Of course, we're going down courtside, and then we're back in the studios as we break down more stats from the last game as well as coming into this game. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back live on AAU.
Yeah. Yeah. Abandoned places. I guess we know the scars. Okay. On and on. Does anybody know what we are looking for? Does anybody know we are? I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'm one up. Standing 5'3", get some motherfucking chucks. I don't show the pistol if I ain't gon' bust. Hoes be try to reach me, but I can't be touched. Step up on my landmines, pussy hoe, I'm so deadly. Drop this, they gon' know them other hoes ain't ready. I'm a stoner, I'm a loner, cause them hoes too petty. Make me run up in your daughter mouth, straight up Kelly. Yeah. Bitch, you from the Bangham hoe, so how you gonna blame a hoe? Showing you my angle though. Crib, it's killer be killed. So when I do this rap shit, I make them feel the stare. They hate the way my words taste, I got them like ill. Claiming that they ain't when I know they really is. The niggas so fake, they could never be real. And these bitches gon' hate shit, that's the way it is, for real. I'm just speaking my mind if I may speak. And you hoes that's doing it backwards is fucking up for the hoes that's trying to go forward. I'm trying to get it on my feet, not my back, you feel me? I mean, you know that grind. Now watch pussy get fucked. Don't play with it. Play with my pussy. I can make a call and have your brain, Mr. Pussy. Where would I be if I listened to them niggas? That's why I can't believe y'all really listen to them niggas. I'm cold, and I don't give a fuck about what they say and that they say. I'm on Drake Day and that bomb, hey, while I'm bumping that AK. Yeah, I'm on my click so hard. I wish all these fake bitches glowed in the dark, so I can see who really fucking with me. So I can see who really fucking with me. It's incredible, I know when, but I can't stop until I shine. And I ain't gon' stop, no, I ain't gon' stop, oh no. I'm on one, nigga. See, yeah, right now I'm a boss, bitch. I'm on one, on my way to being a rich bitch. There is levels to this shit, you know what I'm saying? Play your position. Come up like you're supposed to. Loyalty for royalty. I'm 100,000. I shop for you hoes, big brother. Cashed out all on them counters. So much money she couldn't even count it. And your diamond so cloudy. Got it a bit, so I bought me an Audi. Tryna find out who that bitch in the A, I'm shouting. And my throne in Duval County. I'm from where the fiends don't sleep. Street niggas slanging D. Them jet boys on the slow crib. And the young niggas eat that beef. Yeah, yeah. All love looking like Chief Keef. Yeah, yeah. With that, with them goals on their teeth. Yeah, yeah. All love looking like Chief Keef. Yeah, yeah. Banging blood, crip, fights, and GD. Yeah, yeah. I'm on one. I'm on one. I'm on one. I guess we know the scores. I'm motherfucking on one. I'm on one. Does anybody know what we are? I said I'm motherfucking on one. I'm on one. I said I'm motherfucking. It's incredible, I know. But I can't stop until I shine. And I ain't gon' stop. No, I ain't gon' stop. Oh no, I'm on one. It's incredible, I know. But I can't stop until I shine. And I ain't gon' stop. No, I ain't gon' stop. Oh no, I'm on one, nigga.
Yeah. Bitch. I can't wait on no nigga. Nigga, you a fuck nigga. I stay counting up, nigga. Young Snoop, Trinidad, turned up, nigga. I can't wait on no nigga. Nigga, you a fuck nigga. I stay counting up, nigga. Young Snoop, Trinidad, turned up, nigga.
I put that street money with that rap money. They put that Gucci money with that Hector money. You shot me a Gucci money, everybody gunning. Little Mexico City, we print our own money. Count a lot of free band when Mexico ran. Witness me buy M6 with no advance. Witness me hit a lot of licks with no man. You running out of money, stop finessing. Scooter got his own money. Nigga, you a crash dummy. All I want is more money. They take the rolls out the streets, I got the boats coming.
I can't wait on no nigga. Nigga, you a fuck nigga. Stay counting up, nigga. Young Scoop, Trinidad, turned up, nigga. I can't wait on no nigga. Nigga, you a fuck nigga. Stay counting up, nigga. Young Scoop, Trinidad, turned up, nigga. I'm a player, nigga. You a hater, nigga. Tell your sister call me up, I want that pussy lady. I'm a player, nigga. You a hater, nigga. Tell your sister call me up, I want that pussy lady. Trinidad do what Trinidad do, cause Trinidad that man. About Trinidad, I heard she want that sack. I ain't sharing shit. Y'all bitches ain't shit. You can fuck me, I'm a car scooter, you gon' have to fuck them. This one for them real niggas from Cleveland now to Glen. I would mention y'all, but y'all niggas are my friends. I would mention y'all, but y'all niggas are my friends. Bitch, I can't wait on no nigga. Nigga, you a fuck nigga. Stay counting up, nigga. Young Scoop up, nigga. I can't wait on no nigga. Nigga, you a fuck nigga. Stay counting up, nigga. Young Scoop, Trinidad, turned up, nigga.
like a traffic jam. Man, I was quick to pay that girl like Uncle Sam. He go, ayy, take it on me. Ayy, shout the craving on me, get the beating on me. She waited on me, damn, shout the caking on me, got the bacon on me. This is history and I'm making on me. Point blank, close range, that feed. If it goes a million, that's me. I was getting moolah, baby.
Havana, ooh, nah, nah. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh, nah, nah. He took me back to East Atlanta, nah, nah, nah. All of my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana. Havana, ooh, nah, nah. Take me back, back, back. Take me back, back, back. Take me back, back, back. Take me back, back, Havana, ooh, nah, nah. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh, nah, nah. He took me back to East Atlanta, nah, nah, nah. All of my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana. Havana, ooh, nah, nah. Havana, ooh, nah, nah.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the tip-off show as we just seen the Kid Clippers do their performances not too long ago during the break, and you guys got to see it right here live on the live stream of AAU World Tour Radio. Of course, we are streaming live right now on AAU World Tour Radio as well as Facebook and everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the game of the month for the first month of 2018. The number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves is visiting the Double Pump basketball program right here live in Los Angeles, California. Ladies and gentlemen, we talked about C. Miller coming into this game. Well, last game, the last meet, which was November 19, 2017. Miller finished that game, of course, with his amazing points, a double-double, but now we're going to jump straight into Double Pump as we just seen number 4 walking across to the scores table. But we're going to talk about number 4, which is Jeffrey Redding, later on, as he was a star player in the last meet, a three-pointer who has a strong right arm. I mean, that he completely buried the Dayton Wolves in the last meet, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. I mean, you got to think about this particular player. He was slept on. We really didn't talk about him that much coming into this game, Eddie, but he amazed us, and put on a show for Double Pump to pull away by 20 or more beyond the first and the third quarter. Remember, the Dayton Wolves only lost by 7, 88-95. However, number 4, which you just seen walk to the scores table, 25 points in the last meet, 3 rebounds, 7 of 11 from the field goals, 3 of 4 from the three-point line, and a perfect 8 of 8. Almost up there with Miller, who has bombed 10 of 10 in the last past 3 games. But 8 of 8 for number 4, which is Jeffrey Redding. We're going to keep our eye on him tonight, because I'm sure that 3-point shot will be bombs away for Double Pump, as well as Keyshawn Paul. We were talking about Keyshawn Paul earlier. He was on the article coming into this week of basketball. I mean, Keyshawn Paul amazed us with his performance. He's always 1 inch shorter than the Dayton Wolves star, C. Miller. Remember, C. Miller standing at 5'10", Keyshawn 5'9". So it was amazing watching these two go. However, Keyshawn Paul had just a little bit more momentum than the Dayton Wolves, and C. Miller, 27 points in the last meet, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 1 steal, 11 of 20 from the field goals, 1 of 8. Struggled throughout the night at the three-point line, but of course, Jeffrey Redding made up for that, 3 of 4 shooting from the three-point line. Keyshawn Paul, 1 of 8, but a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And then you have number 10, who is Patrick Malone for the Double Pump organization. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 of 6 shooting from the field goals in the last meet, November 19, 2017, 2 of 3 from the three-point line in the last meet. So those was the top 3 players for Double Pump last meet. We're going to jump straight into the team comparisons just to get a feel of how close this game was, Eddie. I mean, 35 of 68 shooting for Double Pump from the field goals, which is a 51%. Dayton Wolves shot 32 of 68, a 47%. So almost even field goal percentage-wise. So where did the Dayton Wolves go wrong? I mean, 8 of 25 shooting from the Dayton star, C. Miller, couldn't knock down as many three-pointers and as many field goals as we thought he could, especially when the times got rough. 8 of 18 for the three-point line for Double Pump, 44%, ladies and gentlemen. 10 of 26 for the Dayton Wolves, which is a 38%. So almost even on that margin, too, just the Dayton Wolves trailing by a few. 17 of 19 from the free throw line, 89% for Double Pump, 14 of 16 for the Dayton Wolves, 88%. So almost even at the free throw line. Shot amazingly at the free throw line, but the Dayton Wolves could not get to the free throw line as much as Double Pump. 9 turnovers for Double Pump the last meet, 9 turnovers for the Dayton Wolves as a group. So this game was even, was close as you can possibly imagine. However, that did not show on the scoreboard the first, the second, or the third quarter. Dayton Wolves came back, rallied back. The fourth quarter was their best quarter the Dayton Wolves played all night, just because the Dayton Wolves pulled within 5, within 7, but the Dayton Wolves could not get over the hump. Therefore, the Dayton Wolves lost by 7, 88-95. However, that was a fantastic game. I mean, we talked about coming into this game, you know, you're looking out for Keyshawn Paul. You know how he bombed 27 points the last game. You're looking out for Jeffrey Redding, who bombed 25. So these two players are as much, or as pretty much as C. Miller and Manny Reese, Eddie. I mean, how does Miller and AJ, a player who has never played before, you know, go one-on-one with Jeffrey Redding, who scored 25 points, who's known to have a dead-eye three-pointer, dead-eye cannon, you know, so, and he's confident and improves and is great at the free throw line. How can you possibly step on the floor for your first starting time, like officially 32 minutes of play, and guard a player who was slept on the first game and completely showed his butt? I mean, AJ has a lot of work to do. I've hoped that not only has Miller and the Dayton Wolves worked on their offense, their shooting, their free throws, but of course their defense. Miller cannot let Keyshawn Paul run inside anytime he wants to, as well as AJ has to tighten up his defense. So if he sees Keyshawn Paul running into the lane, attacking the lane, he has to step in front. I mean, this will be a game with a lot of fouls, I think, just because we know that both of these teams wants to keep this game, on the floor. They do not want to put nobody at the free throw line. However, both of these two teams together are quick. They're fast. They're resilient with their shots. They know what they want. They know what they want to do. However, this game will define which team is the best. This game will define if C. Miller is the alpha wolf. As we looked at the article, the alpha wolf of the Dayton Wolves, can he possibly get AJ Palmer together going to face up against number 4, Jeffrey Redding, who is known to have a dead eye?
Okay, and I'm going to really say that it depends on the defensive strategy of the Dayton Wolves. Now, the Dayton Wolves came out last meet, and went straight to a man-to-man coverage and the Dayton Wolves went down first quarter by 20. But the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen, went down by 20. So the Dayton Wolves, C. Miller and Coach Burris knows that they have to switch up their defensive strategies. Man-to-man coverage would not work on a team that is the size of the Dayton Wolves. You want to do man-to-man coverage against a team that's a little bit taller than you. But right now, in this very moment, I want to see the Dayton Wolves actually come out and change their defensive strategy. You have other defensive strategy. You have the 3-2 zone where it's 3 people up top, 2 people down low, which is going to be DW, and it's going to be CJ. Up top, it's going to be Miller, AJ, as well as Dominic Watkins. Or you can go from a 3-2 to a 2-3. I really want to see, you really want to come out here and see and test the grounds of the double pump shooting game. As of right now, you get the double pump shooting early in the game, maybe, you never know. They may be or may not hit their shots. But however, they're going to have to switch in the middle of the game, especially after halftime, because double pump will be warmed up by then. But right now, the Dayton Wolves want to try to jump out in on top as soon as possible, especially not having the likes of Manny Reeves. I mean, you never know. Manny Reeves was on the floor the last time double pumping Dayton Wolves met, and the Dayton Wolves went down by 20. AJ started this game. You never know what it may do, what it may help for the Dayton Wolves. You never know. However, the Dayton Wolves did their man-to-man coverage last game, but did not work. So I really want to see the Dayton Wolves switch up their defensive strategies tonight to start this game off. If the Dayton Wolves is going to go down by 20 or more this time around, then the Dayton Wolves can mark this up as their second loss to this team, just as well as it is just another play. It's just a replay of the Dayton and PNW basketball contest. Their series is 1-2 now, but however, PNW beat the Dayton Wolves the first 2 games. Dayton Wolves beat them in Washington, D.C., but however, the Dayton Wolves needs to come out and they need to play. They need to switch off 2-3-3-2 or man-to-man or full court press if the Dayton Wolves feel that can possibly do, because we see the Dayton Wolves put on a full court press and the Dayton Wolves come out in charge. But it just depends on how the gameplay of the Dayton Wolves is really the gameplay of double pump. It just depends on how they play, how they come off to this game starting. We've seen double pump come into the Dayton Wolves arena and completely annihilate them. But however, you never know what'll happen when they come back home. You never know. The Dayton Wolves is on fire. They had 3 weeks off, as well as the rest of the AAU War Tour League. This will be a physical yet close game. So do not be surprised if we see a clip of midnight basketball right here tonight.
Well, Eddie, ladies and gentlemen, the weeks roll on as well as the AAU War Tour season. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are getting confirmation that the All-Star voting polls have now been open, ladies and gentlemen. That means that AAU All-Star Weekend is just around the corner. Remember, we split we split these players up into 2 teams, the Southwestern Conference versus the Southeastern. Remember, this happened a while ago. It was supposed to happen last season, but things happened in the designation that we were supposed to have our AAU War Tour weekend event. However, we did not get to do it, but this year, we are supposed to have our first ever AAU All-Star Weekend to return. Of course, we split them up into 2 teams, the Southwestern versus the Southeastern. This happened the first time that this league was ever created. It was the Southwestern Wildcats versus the Southeast Vipers. It was a rivalry that took unexpected turns, but the Southeast has won over the Southwest in many occasions, especially the last meet where the Southeast won 99-100. But this year, it will be the Southwestern Conference versus the Southeastern Conference in Orlando, Florida, where things will get a little Disney as we plan to have extraordinary fun. I mean, it's a weekend full of basketball, of course. Friday, you have the rookie showcase where it's all the new players, the first year and the second year players doing their battle to see which one will be an upcoming star. Who will be upcoming stars in this league? So we will be having that Friday. Saturday we'll be having the 3-point and the slam dunk contest for all the 3-pointers and the great dunkers in this league. Of course, we had C. Miller do the 3-point contest last time this AAU All-Star Weekend was in town. However, Miller missed every single shot, every single 3-pointer, but came out the next game and bombed so many 3-pointers that we totally forgot about his complete fail at the last AAU All-Star Weekend event. I'm just kidding. We still remember Miller, but I just had to throw it in there. But great, phenomenal player. I can't wait to see how you do tonight. But we're going to look at some. I just want to jump into the Southwestern Conference, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you have top players, but one that actually gets me is you have the Southwestern Conference, who right now is immediately stacked. I mean, you have from the Memphis Kings, of course, everybody knows him. He will be here on the Southwestern Conference as well. You know who he is, ladies and gentlemen. But you also have PNW star Ja'Cory Weathers. He's going to be in the Southwestern Conference as well. He's locked in at number 8. Ja'Cory Weathers, and then you have the Memphis Kings star standout. He's number 9, right below Ja'Cory Weathers. Miller, number 7, with 67,661 votes so far. You have Ja'Cory, 41,560 votes. And you have the Memphis Kings star, which is Dizzy, 26,000 votes. But all the way 3 slots up from Miller at number 4, you have no one other than Cameron Caden, who is locked in as a starter. He's the 4th player to be drafted so far, to be selected. If he continues to play his tremendous amount of basketball, 84,000 votes, 798. That is the official votes for Cameron Caden. That is why, therefore, he is number 4. He will be a starter. But of course, we still have a long time, a lot of games before this. So any player can be dropped out, any player can be bumped up. You never know. It will be fantastic if we actually see Cameron Caden and C. Miller taking the floor together. I mean, it would be something a sight to see. But you can tell that the Southwestern Conference has a lot of momentum, a lot of firepower this season if they go in with this list that I'm actually seeing. But I just picked out the 4th, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th pick so far. So it will be a fantastic AAU All-Star Weekend. I mean, you have Miller coming into this game, 24.3 points average per game, 3.8 rebounds average per game, 9.3 assists per game. And then you have Cameron Caden, who's doing a fantastic job for the Lake Erie Monsters, 17.3 points average per game, 1.5 rebounds, 5.4 assists per game, as well as 1.2 steals per game. You have Ja'Cory Weathers, almost 12 points per game, 11.8, 3.2 rebounds per game, 6.2 assists per game, as well as 2 steals per game. Then you have Dizzy, 12 points, 2.5 rebounds per game, as well as 6.2 assists per game. So you can think that this group of players right here will be dead-eye from long range and will be passing the ball remarkably together as a group. I cannot wait for AAU All-Star Weekend. The time and the date is still TBA, ladies and gentlemen, so bear with us. But right now, you can go right now live on Facebook, Twitter, or anywhere right now on social media and select your player that you want to vote for, whether it be Cameron Caden, who is locked in at number 4, Chance Miller, number 7, Dizzy at number 9, as well as Ja'Cory at number 8, ladies and gentlemen. It would be a fantastic weekend if these players hit the floor together in the Southwestern Conference as an opportunity to finally take one of these games. But I cannot wait for that, Eddie. I mean, just looking at this list, I mean, who would you rather? Who is your starter for the Southwestern Conference? If you so happen to, if you were so happen to coach this team, I mean, we don't know who the coach is yet. Anybody can be selected, and that would be a fantastic thing for you to do, to actually get back into the game and coach one of these two teams, especially the Southwestern Conference. Therefore, we haven't won a single All-Star game since the year of 2010.
Well, first thing I would not do is put C. Miller and Cameron Caden on the same floor together. They do not start together. I think it's better for Cameron Caden to start as point guard as well as Miller coming off the bench to play point guard. I mean, you have two strong point guards in this league, Cameron Caden and C. Miller together may be deadly, may be the best comparison, the best team that I think can team up so far this season. I mean, you got two dead-eye shooters who can make plays anytime they want to, but these two together on the same floor. I mean, you see how it is when these two are off the floor, and they will be playing. The Dayton Wolves versus Lake Erie will be playing hopefully this season, this year, as in the jungle. So we'll see these two take the court again against each other. However, but coming into the AAU All-Star game, they have to work. They have to put their differences aside, and they have to play as a team. I mean, Cameron Caden used to play with Ashley Davis, a new player that has came into this league. However, he will not be playing with the Southwestern Conference. He will be playing with the Southeastern Conference because he is the top pick in the Southeastern Conference. He was selected number 1 in the Southeastern Conference. Therefore, the Southeastern Conference, they have big men that can make plays down low. But the Dayton Wolves, but the Southwestern Conference has players that can possibly knock down and outshoot the players from down low. But the rebounding totals will be stacked against the Southwestern Conference. However, you do not put them two on the same court together. You let one play their game for a little bit, and then you put the second one in so they can go ahead and pick up the slack from the starter. But I mean, it would be a fantastic game. You never know. We might see these two on the court together. You never know. If crunch time comes and the situation comes, you might see Cameron Caden and C. Miller on the same floor together playing as a team. You never know. But it will be a sight to see. You know, I cannot wait to see these two teams collide. I cannot wait to see which one of these teams is the best teams in the conference so far this season. But as far as me putting these two on the same floor, it will not happen if I was the coach of the Southwestern Conference. You have to let one of these players do their thing on the starters, and then you have to let the other player come off the bench and continue the momentum from the last point guard that was on the floor. But I mean, you never know, Kate. It will be a fantastic game in Orlando, Florida. So I can't wait to see it, but you never know. So I just don't know what to say about it. You never know. I mean, it would be a fantastic thing if we actually see these two players. You know, just imagine how many points there will be up on the board compared with these two. You never know. Miller may be getting a double-double at the AAU All-Star Weekend game. You never know. But it's good to know that these two is going to probably have to set their differences aside just to play as a group and possibly take this for the Southwestern Conference. But I know both of these two players will be kind of one-upping each other just because we will have an All-Star Weekend MVP. You know, and the MVP award to these two means everything. So it will be a fantastic game. But you can just bet that Cameron Caden and C. Miller will be trying to one up each other, and that may be a downfall of the Southwestern Conference this season.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our last break of the pregame tip-off show, but when we return, we get into our final thoughts and we go down courtside for yet another presentation. This time it will be the singing of our national anthem. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back, right here live on AAU World Tour Radio, where the number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves are visiting Double Pump right here live in LA. We are in the Staples Center, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is right around the corner.
I see when your man need to stop it. You slide, no it's nothing in Versace. Everywhere we go, we the topic. Can we pull up in the ghost with the topic? I might run it up for a rude boy. Love it when I pull up in that new boy. Game too strong when I flex it. Some honey's the only thing that I'm chasing. For all of the bad ones that love what I play. passion, got the fatal attraction. Well, here go your anthem. When we're walking, you know it's a movie. Tripping on them, keep it to sunset. That's the way, babe. Where there's an ocean, I be dripping on, I be dripping on them, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Got them all looking at they love it. Love the way I do it, yeah, they love it. Fill up with that bag, cause they love it. Yeah, they love it, yeah, they love it, yeah. If you don't know, you dealing with a rider. Know me and my squad, keep it too lit. You know I keep a hitter right beside me, so you don't want a problem, keep it cool. And if you feel me, the wine, we keep the temperature rising. Don't stop the rhythm, just ride it out. For all of the bad ones, the love with a passion, got the fatal attraction. Well, here go your anthem. When we're walking, you know it's a movie. Tripping on them, keep it to sunset. That's the way, babe. Where there's an ocean, I be dripping on, I be dripping on them, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah. For all of the bad ones, the love with a passion, got the fatal attraction. Well, here go your anthem. When we're walking, you know it's a movie. Tripping on them, keep it to sunset. That's the way, babe. Where there's an ocean, I be dripping on, I be dripping on them, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Got them all looking for the love. Love the way I do it, yeah, they love it. Fill up with that bag, cause they love it. Yeah, they love it, yeah, they love that, yeah. Dripping on them, they know I love me a real boy. Dripping on them, yeah. I'ma want it over you, boy. Dripping on them, they know I love me a real boy. Dripping on them, yeah. No limits what I do, boy.
Man, too broke to pay attention. Man, yeah. Man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. The game is friendless, the pain is endless. The game changed, I blame these lame pretenders. My friends and Benzes parked at the entrance. Inside, you still hear the engine. Like, ren, this is your ending. If you're offended, I dare you f***ing defend it. These M's is rushing through my blood like the Kremlin. I'm back with a vengeance, and this is what the sound of revenge is. Win-win, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Where I come from, you can't visit. I talk money, I guess you understand different. Hand gestures counting this shit till my hands blister. You can't miss us, my weed louder than Fran Drescher. Pinky rings, hand kisses, soprano bitches. I feel like Paulie Castellano in designer stitches. I heard him say I made Rihanna hitless. Mind your business, what kind of honor is this? I'm trying to see Madonna digits, all kind of riches. In Miami, wine and dining with the finest. Everybody acting kind of vicious. These politicians won't let my brother Muhammad visit. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. He's a fake baller, globe trotter, bank account $4. No comma, I know you wanna pop collars. I know you wanna pop for a shot collar. smoking top dollar. Pull up in that top dollar. Yeah. She got that top dollar. It costs top dollar. Yeah. Manless, manless. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, manless, manless. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Whoa.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the studios. We just heard a Star Spangled Banner performance by Antonella Barbara, who was the 6th season contestant on American Idol, performing right here live in Los Angeles, California, for the game of the month of January 2018. It's the number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves taking on Double Pump. Remember, the Dayton Wolves already lost one game to the Double Pump, but tonight, they have an opportunity to tie the series up before they go down 0-2, just as they did against Pacific Northwest when the Dayton Wolves was taking on Ja'Cory Weathers and everyone else. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be a fantastic night. We are just less than 10 minutes away from tip-off, so you know what time it is. Eddie, you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for our final thoughts coming into this game. We talked about the Dayton Wolves last meet, the comparisons between the two teams. We talked about C. Miller. We talked about CJ. We talked about Anthony Jameson. We talked about Keyshawn. We talked about Jeffrey. We talked about Patrick. We've talked about all 6 players from last meet that did a fantastic job for the Dayton Wolves. And you can bet that they're trying to put on an even better clinic tonight, as we have big names watching and tuning into this game. I mean, it's a sold-out arena, as we just seen from the clip, presented by no one other than Jemiah Dangerfield, that is down in the courtside arena, right up close to the action. However, it will be a fantastic night. The Dayton Wolves has gone down 1. Manny Reeves will not play, is most likely not to play tonight. But however, the Dayton Wolves start an A.J. Palmer, a player who has never played before, who has only had 4 points recorded this season. this season, 4 points, which he shot against the Atlanta Celtics last meet, which was 3 weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen. 4-point shot, 4 of 8 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, and did not go to the strike at all. So we will be watching as C. Miller is trying to make his efforts as well as everything else. I mean, we're going to talk about the Biggie Challenge, Eddie. I know we didn't talk about this earlier in the segment, but however, the Biggie Challenge was set for the Dayton Wolves, C. Miller, and you got to understand that Eddie from Louisville, Kentucky is really trying to make a star out of AJ. I mean, C. Miller has to get at least 3 assists to AJ Palmer in tonight's game. He also has to AJ also has to score 10 or plus points, so that is going to be falling on the shoulders of C. Miller as he's looking to make a lot more plays involving AJ Palmer. Double pump cannot lead this game more than 8 points, which I'm sure you think that is already a failed task. Just because, I mean, the last time we seen these two teams play, the Dayton Wolves went down by 20 in the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. And once Dayton gets the lead, Eddie, by 8 points or more, the Dayton Wolves cannot lose that lead. Which I'm sure that this will be a back and forth game, not putting anything on the Biggie Challenge. I mean, the Biggie Challenge is not specifically there for the Dayton Wolves, C. Miller, or the Dayton Wolves to achieve. It is just there so the Dayton Wolves can set the tone for the game and possibly, if they can, achieve all these goals. And of course, the Dayton Wolves has to win this game. But get at least 3 assists to AJ Palmer will be one of the goals that I am looking for Miller to achieve. I mean, we see Miller come into the last meet and distribute 12 assists as well as 25 points. So if Miller cannot get 3 assists to a new player as such as AJ Palmer, then Miller has to redefine his game. AJ also has to score 10 or plus. He scored 4 points in the last meet, as we just said, 4 of 8 from the field goals and 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. So AJ has to feel his game tonight. He has to start shooting his shots on his practices when everyone's warming up. AJ has to knock down these opportunities that Miller will be giving him. I mean, we've seen it against the Atlanta Celtics. Miller gave him so many wide open 3-pointers, he could just cannot connect 0 of 3 from beyond the 3-point line. He is really not a secure 3-point or field goal shooter for the Dayton Wolves just as of yet. This is his first official game starting, but this is his second game that he has played in. But it would be the first game that AJ Palmer at least gets 10 or more minutes, just because Manny Reeves is on the bench with a broken nose. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie, last final thoughts. I'm going to ask you one more time. You already talked about AJ starting. Maybe somebody should have started in his position, Anthony Jamison, or even Mike Wells, who's been with the team for 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie, I mean, it's just a heartbreak. I mean, just judging from this Biggie Challenge, do you think that the Dayton Wolves, C. Miller, and the Dayton Wolves, period, will achieve at least half of these goals on this Biggie Challenge?
Well, you know me, Kate. Absolutely not. I think that Eddie is trying to make a star out of AJ when AJ really doesn't know the ropes of playing at this type of level, AAU War Tour basketball. I mean, you're on the floor with the rest of the starters, the players who have made a name for themselves in this league, who's made a name for themselves in the Dayton, Ohio district, so in the Southwestern Conference. So AJ coming into this game, I mean, it will be a huge test for him. However, I do not agree with Coach Tim Burrs of starting him in the position of Manny Reeves when Miller needs a shooter on his team, a player who has been playing with him since they started this Dayton Wolves era or this AAU War Tour League when the Dayton Wolves were called the CU Dream Team, and that is Mike Wells. I really wanted to see Mike Wells. I think Mike Wells earned his spot as starting at shooting guard. However, I mean, we'll just see how it goes. I don't think that this Biggie Challenge will be achieved. I think this will be the downfall just because the 2 of the 5 is specifically focusing on AJ and Miller getting assists to AJ and AJ scoring 10 or more points. I mean, they're putting what they're really doing is they're putting their trust into a player who has never played AAU basketball before, and that is a huge downfall. I mean, you cannot just put somebody on the floor expecting them to actually score this amount of points. You can't put a player who has not played before and think he's going to cope and click with C. Miller, just as Miller and Manny Reeves does, or Miller and Johnson, or Miller and Damo, or Miller and Wales. You cannot do that, and that will be the downfall of the Dayton Wolves. This Biggie Challenge will result in the Dayton Wolves loss, and no one can ever say something. I mean, Miller's going to play his game, AJ's going to play his game as the rest of the Dayton Wolves, but when it comes down to it, push comes to shove, this Biggie Challenge is the reason why the Dayton Wolves will lose tonight, and they will go down 0-2 in this Dayton double pump series.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us right here live at the tip-off show. Thank you for tuning in. And the next time we see you / talk to you, we'll be right down live courtside in the Staples Center where the number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves is going to be taking on the double pump basketball program that has already defeated them one game, one meet before. And first quarter, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do a lot of talking for the Dayton Wolves. Remember the last meet, November 19th, 2017, the Dayton Wolves went down. Into the first quarter, at the end of the score was 32-12, a 20-point lead for double pump. Can the Dayton Wolves come out and do better, or will double pump do the same exact thing? When we return right here live on AAU War Tour Radio, it is tip-off, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.